Fashion Rules I Like to Break, the Style Edit 2023. Today I'm going to be talking to you about so-called fashion rules that I personally love to break. There are so many out there that people believe are true, and it actually makes me quite sad to hear people feeling so restricted in fear of breaking one. So I'm going to show you how most of them are, quite frankly, really rather dated. So keep watching to see how I style my wardrobe that really breaks lots of the rules and hopefully you agree looks effortlessly chic while we're doing it. So lots to share with you all today. Let's dive straight in with fashion rule number 1. Never wear navy and black. Now this is potentially one of my favourite fashion rules to break because it is just so darn silly, and that is that you shouldn't wear navy and black together. Now this quite simply isn't true. I really love a navy and black combination. Yes, you may need to be careful about the shades and even the textures and fabrics that you wear within this colour palette, but it is actually a colour combination that works beautifully together when it's done correctly. Now, if in doubt, I would advise considering wearing different fabrics. So maybe some black leather trousers and a navy knit, or some black denim and a navy silk blouse. Try and make the textures of your pieces deliberately different, just to really emphasize that the colors are also different. Now, you could also use tan accessories to break up the look, but in all honesty, I don't think you really need to. Just remember to make it look intentionally like two different colors rather than you're trying to match them. The trick is in choosing pieces that really complement rather than compete against each other. That's when navy and black outfit ideas really tend to shine. Now, something that cropped up the other week when I shared my how to dress for your body shape video that I just wanted to quickly mention today. Now, while it's helpful to know which body shape you are, or as is often the case, we can all be a combination of a few different body shapes in one, I would never feel or want anyone else to feel restricted by that. So let's say traditionally a pair of flared jeans work brilliantly on an inverted triangle body shape, but you've just found a fab pair of straight leg jeans that you've fallen for. Don't be put off thinking that you shouldn't wear them. You've probably just stumbled across a great pair for you, so I would say absolutely go for it. I tend to have my body shape in mind while I shop, but I definitely don't let it dictate my choices, and I really don't think you should either. It's helpful to have those tips in mind, but always wear what you love and wear what makes you feel great. Oh, this is a good one. Stop laughing, it is a fun one to film. Okay. No, I can't say it. Now on to another fashion rule that I like to break, and hopefully one that will give you all a good giggle. Ankle bracelets are only for girls of the night, apparently. Honestly, I remember my grandma really vividly saying this to me when I showed her my lovely new anklet bracelet that I just got. She very much didn't like it, and I very much did. And at the time, she won. I have since ignored this fashion rule because I think it's probably the strangest of the bunch. Dressing for your age is important. How many times have you heard someone say they can't wear this or that because it's just too young for them? The myth that clothes come with an age range is beyond silly, in my humble opinion. And it's actually quite dated all in itself. I think the last time I shopped somewhere with a designated age range, so to speak, would have been Tammy Girl, which was for 13-year-olds and up. I do remember being very excited to finally be able to shop there though. It was the place to go for your first ever bra. Very exciting. A gorgeous outfit is a gorgeous outfit, whatever the number on your birthday card, or for that matter, who the lucky owner is. For me, dressing for your age means feeling really comfortable in your own skin and what you've chosen to wear, whether that be leather trousers and a crop top or a floral midi dress with your flip-flops. Being comfortable in your own skin is the epitome of effortless chic for me, so that's always what I strive for within my own outfits. Now, the exception to this anti-fashion rule is that potentially, as we get older, we may want to invest in better fabrics due to breathability and generally being more aware of quality and, of course, wanting to feel more comfortable. And as a side note to this particular fashion rule, as you can see with this outfit idea, I rarely feel like I can't wear something because it's too summer or too winter even. I, and you, I imagine, really want to get the most out of our wardrobes, so why on earth would I save a piece until the sun starts shining, which it may never do in this country? There is often a way to style those lighter fabrics with a little layering, for example, that can absolutely make them work whatever the weather decides to do. Your shoes, bag and belt should always match. Now, whilst matching all your accessories doesn't look bad at all, and actually I do really like the look, it's not always necessary. If you are new to this, maybe just swap out one piece for a different tone to create a bit more of a modern and less overly classic look. However, in the same breath, I would also say don't worry about matching your accessories if that's what you personally prefer. Maybe just go tonal with varying shades of one color, or you could play it safe with your favorite neutrals. So take tan, black and cream as 3 neutral accessory colors. We know they all work together, and so you can have a play around with those. Or take tan in varying degrees of depth. In short, it's helpful to coordinate, but don't feel that you have to match exactly. Now this is especially true of occasion dressing, where it was quite traditional to match your shoes and your handbag at an event or a wedding, for example. I would instead say keep your shoes really simple in neutral black or metallic, and with your bag tie in with a color from your outfit, or maybe a fun accessory, just to add a little something extra to a very simple look. Never wear double denim. There are few things which have the ability to instantly divide opinion, and whether you can or you can't wear double denim is often one of those. I personally am a firm believer that you absolutely can. Now, although I'm talking about breaking the fashion rules, with double denim there is one trick that I particularly like, and that is to not necessarily wear the same shade on your top and your bottom. Perhaps unless it's a co-ord and it's sold intentionally to be worn that way. And of course, another side point to that the denim is exactly the same. If I do wear a tonal double denim look, I tend to like breaking it up with, say, a neutral t-shirt. It just adds a little bit more contrast and stops it feeling quite so denim heavy. So here I'm taking my white denim jeans and I'm wearing them with a white t-shirt and a blue denim jacket. I hope you agree there's absolutely nothing typically double denim offensive about this particular outfit idea. I actually really like the combination. So why not try your black jeans with perhaps an ecru denim shirt, or your blue jeans with an ecru denim jacket? There are so many fab combinations you could try out. And once you start exploring through those, you'll discover a whole world where double denim is actually more than okay. Mixing metals is often frowned upon. However, I personally really love to wear silver and gold jewelry together to create a much more interesting look. You may even feel that a gold piece next to silver actually makes it pop even more. You could layer your necklaces or rings with different metals, or even invest in a multi-metal watch. Now, this idea doesn't just apply to silver and gold, although they are my favorites to mix. You can add in some rose gold too. And consider this fashion rule break applying to your accessories as well. The chain on your handbag or the buckle on your belt. I know people can get really caught up in wanting all these metals to match, but I promise you it creates a much more interesting look if you just subtly and very intentionally allow them not to match. Sweatpants are only for the house. Now, one good thing that came from the lockdowns over the past few years is the emergence of leisure wear as a very stylish option. And there's been gorgeous new sport luxe brands popping up all over the place ever since. Varley, for instance, springs to mind actually. Really love that brand. So it's definitely the sort of casual clothes that I like to have in my own wardrobe. Of course, when it comes to wearing sweatpants within an outfit idea, there are a couple of things to consider and some tricks that may help you feel a little bit more pulled together and stylish. Because yes, you can absolutely be chic and stylish in sweatpants. I would just be mindful to choose a slimmer silhouette, similar to that of, say, a tailored trouser, or perhaps go for a matching set and, say, pair them with a neutral tee underneath. Make sure your trainers are simple and clean and not too gym looking, so to speak, and perhaps even throw a blazer or a tailored overcoat over the top to make a great contrast to the look. Don't shop the men's department. Now, we often see women's wear on the catwalks that has a real masculine influence to it, and you can walk into almost any women's store and find something with a borrowed from the boys kind of look. So if you are wanting to achieve that look, why not check out the men's department as well? Who knows what gems you might find in there? Quite often the pricing is a little less as well than the women's section, and sometimes what's designed for men can give you the look that you're after without trying too hard to recreate it from a woman's piece. I had a little mooch about the high street when thinking about this fashion rule that I like to break, and I found some really lovely pieces that I would happily have in my own wardrobe. And certainly when it comes to those basic crew neck sweaters where we want that perfect oversized fit, the men's department has that in bucket loads. So instead of always feeling like you need to size up to achieve that perfect oversized, slightly masculine vibe, it's really worth taking a look at the men's department too. And if it's a little cheaper as well, well then that's a happy bonus all round. Trainers are only for the gym. Now, in modern society, trainers are of course a fashion essential, all in their own right. And no capsule wardrobe would be complete without a pair or two. And some of you are probably going, yep, I think I've got 5 pairs. These days, women tend to wear trainers an awful lot, me included actually. They can work brilliantly to dress down a suit or perhaps something quite tailored and then suddenly make it appear a bit more laid back and casual. And this is a brilliant hack for ensuring you get the most out of your wardrobe, allowing you to invest smarter because price per wear of those particular suits, for instance, wouldn't only be just for that one occasion. I actually prefer suits worn with trainers, but perhaps that's me. Remember the days of women wearing trainers with their suits to commute, then swapping into their heels when they get to the office? Well, I think in a large part, those days are very much behind us, as there are so many ways to wear trainers as part of your look and still look really chic and polished while doing it. Now, obviously that depends on the workplace and how strict your boss is with the dress code. But most of my friends who do work in an office can wear trainers so long as the overall look is still smart. And I think that's the running theme for a lot of women out there. Furthermore, for a real effortless casual, you can't beat simple white trainers paired with jeans, knitwear, and perhaps a wool coat. If anything, we probably all wear our trainers in the gym far less than we actually wear them out and about these days. I know I do. Don't mix prints. Now this is one I can see some truth in, as the idea of 2 crazy, bold, colourful prints mixed together does give me a little bit of a headache. However, if done correctly, it can actually achieve a really high-end look. But I have a few tips for you on this topic actually, so bear with me. One, I would say, is to have one common colour between the 2 prints, or to use a solid colour elsewhere within the outfit. Just helps break it up and complement both prints so that it looks a bit more cohesive. And 2, think about the scale of the print and mix the larger with the smaller print together, and vice versa. For example, you could pair a small printed checked pair of trousers like this with a large printed top like this one. You can have a play around with both the colours and the size of the actual prints, and you'll be really surprised what actually works really nicely together. You have to spend a lot to get great quality. In short, spending more money is no guarantee of receiving a better quality item. Without looking at the care label to see the fabric composition, and if you are interested in sustainability and ethical practices, looking further into the company as a whole to see how and where their garments are made, you can't really know just by price point if the item will be of a superior quality to an item that costs less. I do love to wear fabrics that are breathable and better for the skin and for the environment, and I am now aware of the brands that cater to this the best. And of course, they aren't usually the cheapest on the market. However, some of the more expensive designer pieces that I have sometimes lusted after on my travel shopping, I have then found to be 100% polyester, or so badly made that I could have sewn it better myself, which, if you've seen my sewing, isn't saying very much at all. The price tag can often be reflective of the designer branding rather than the actual quality. So it really does pay to look inside all the wash care labels you see, or read the description fully when shopping online. So my point here is really to do your research and think really wisely, where do you want to spend your hard-earned pennies? It isn't essential to spend a lot for great quality, but it might just take a little more searching to find the quality you're after at really affordable prices. Or of course, you could just keep watching my channel and let me do the searching for you. I really hope you found this video helpful and it gives you the confidence to wave goodbye to some of those very outdated fashion rules. Buy wisely, wear what you love, wear what makes you feel great, and what gives you that little spring in your step. And if that is a collection of ankle bracelets in every metal going, then so be it. That is totally your prerogative. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you all in the comments, and I shall see you on Sunday.